Guys, if you think if you think you are in 2025, wake up, oh, you're already in 2026. Okay. So in 2026, an AI automation engineer is a specialized technologist, okay, who designs, who builds, who maintains intelligent systems, okay, that would help automate complex business processes, okay, unlike the traditional engineers who focus on rigid, rule-based tasks, you know, these guys just come in as automation engineers. We come in to help integrate artificial intelligence, machine learning, to create something that can reason, that can learn, that can adapt, to changing conditions. Okay, if you get a response like this from a customer success person that is on this call, right? Um, you can build a system to say, okay, um, I'm going to build something to say, all right, if you can, hear a customer say, oh, you guys are owing me 2 million naira, as an AI, it's the first of all be like, it's the first of all speculate to say, okay, 2 million naira, what should I do with it? Right? If you ask ChatGPT that you are owing me 2 million naira to tell you, I know, no, I'm not owing you any money, oh, right? If you are asking maybe Gemini now to say, no, you're not, I'm not owing you any money. Okay. You're just coming here to converse with me, right? So that's basically how it is. Okay. But you as an automation engineer, you're coming to build a lifelike chat system that would say, okay, when someone says you're owing me 2 million naira, first of all, ask the person, look into our own internal document, and say something like, okay, we're owing you 2 million naira. Can you tell us the details? Can you give us the transaction ID? Can you give us A, B, C, D, right? That is what you are going to be building. These are examples of stuff that you're going to be building as an automation engineer, right? It doesn't stop there. As a project manager, you can use AI to give AI your product requirements documents. Give it your product requirement document as a product manager, as a project manager. Give it your PRDs, give it your SRS, and it's going to create tasks out of them. Put it on your specific platforms that you want to use for tracking the tasks, doing A, B, C, D stuff, right? So that is how it is. Okay. That's what you'll be building. These are examples of stuff you'll be building for people that want to do research, right? You'll be building systems that all alone by themselves, right? They'll be doing research by themselves. There are a lot of YouTube channels today that do AI powered marketing videos, AI powered long form videos. I don't know if anybody has heard about YouTube automation before. It's being done using automation, right? It's being done using automation, right? Automation engineering. Okay. So basically, right from that point, you are an automation engineer. Okay. These are faster ways, faster methods to do things. Okay. As a graphic designer, there are automation tools that you can use to create beautiful marketing ads, right? There are tools out there today. There is Omneki, there is Mid Journey, there is I'm talking about video creation, I'm talking about ads, I'm talking about graphic design now, right? So there are a lot of things like that, and everything comes from automation. Hmm? Everything comes from automation. Now, let me explain to you where automation comes in to kind of liberate everything. Automation comes in at the point where you you don't need to do the groundwork again. You just need to set up the system and it would handle that groundwork for you. So that's the answer to that question that, oh, would AI take your job? Okay. AI would only take your job. We have pedestals to working in this life, right? AI would only take your job if you are still doing that crude, that crude level of work. I'm talking about things like maybe data entry, You can simply send your data. I gave an example the other time as a product or a project manager or maybe a business analyst. You don't have to basically start writing your tasks in your project management software one by one. There are a lot of us that still do it today. And I would say you need to be very, very smart, right? You don't have to do it one by one. There are tools existing far back as 4 years ago that you could have utilized to run these things. Okay. I'm not talking about ChatGPT here. Maybe you give it the document, it now splits out the task for you. No. These are tools embedded inside of your project management tools. You just need to give it the documents that you want to use, and it's going to pull out the tasks from there, create them one by one, one by one, one by one. As a customer support person, you don't have to pick a call to answer a call again, right? I'm going to tell you one company that uses that model, that uses AI to answer their customer from beginning to the end till the customer buys their product. Tesla. How many of us know Tesla here? If you know Tesla, let me see your thumbs up. If you know Tesla, let me see your thumbs up, guys. How many of us know Tesla here? Tesla, the car making company by Elon Musk. Okay, I think I've mentioned Elon Musk now. So Elon Musk creates cars, basically, okay? The name of his company is yeah, so Tesla, okay? Now, if you want to buy a car from Tesla, right? I think I'll just open my chart up like this and put it right here. Okay. If you want to buy a car, from Tesla, okay, and you call in to say, oh, I want to buy a car, what is going to converse with you, okay, is an AI customer care agent. Okay, what's going to answer you? What's going to pick up the call to say, oh, hi, hello, how are you doing? And it's going to be lifelike, like it's going to be human-like. Okay, you're going to be able to converse with it to say, oh, hi, I want to do this, I want to do that. What type of models of car do you have? What do you suggest I go for? When should I come for my test drive and everything like that? How would a system that literally does not mean anything literally just come and say, oh, you can come in for your test drive on Monday, on the 5th of, the 5th of July, 2026, to come and drive your car, right? To come and test drive your car. Okay. These are setups being done by, automation engineers. Okay. Um, Many of us know F1, right? Many of us know F1, Formula One racing. Okay. How do these guys calculate, you know, the number of miles that that driver has driven? What is the best solution to do? They can just automatically call their driver in and say, Pete, 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 your tire is about to exhaust, like your tire is about to go off the grid, right? They can automatically call their driver in to say, Pete, this man, your car is about to explode, right? People are building systems where the systems are using deep learning to understand. In a Tesla car today, you have the ability to basically not drive it. It takes you to wherever you want to go, right? I don't know, maybe it will work with the map of Nigeria and the roads that we have, but you know, I know it's gonna work for sure. I'm just kidding. So that's just how it is, right? These are systems that automation engineers will be coming to build. Okay? Automation engineers will be coming to build these systems. And I am very, very glad that you guys are on this call because it shows a great level of commitment and what everyone wants to get. Okay. So how does AI, artificial intelligence, help businesses? Okay. How does it help businesses? Number one, Autonomous workflow orchestration. Okay. Autonomous workflow orchestration. Things that would need to be done by two applications. For example, I tell ChatGPT that, okay, help me generate a document. I tell it the problems I have. It helps me generate a document. Now, I don't have to now capture that document or say Control C, Control V to my Google Docs. I don't have to do that. Okay, I can just tell it, okay, send that document to my email, and it's going to run it, right, seamlessly. Okay, it's going to run it seamlessly. All right. So these are areas where AI automation helps, businesses. Number two is hyper personalization at scale. You can personalize your AI for specific tasks. It's going to learn, it's going to grow, it's going to build itself right from that point that you tell it to do. Okay, I want you to be a customer service agent. Okay, you'll be answering people and so on and so forth like that. Now, use your responses from these people. I'm going to give you the base document. Okay, use your responses from these people to also build yourself. Okay, so that when another person asks that type of question, maybe in an indirect way or a direct way, maybe verbatim as the person asks it, you are going to be able to go to your own database. Now say, okay, someone answered this question some time ago. Okay, I want to answer this person using that same answer that we later give that person. You can hyper personalize it at scale, and you keep on building, you keep on expanding, you keep on doing things. Okay. Also, it can also be used for predictive intelligence and strategic forecasting. Predictive intelligence and strategic forecasting for those who are data analysts here. Okay. I mentioned something like F1 the other time, Formula One, those guys that race cars. Okay, I don't know. Probably I love cars. That's why I'm using cars as an example tonight, right? But predictive intelligence, strategic forecasting, these are areas, okay, these are places where, AI works in. As a data analyst in today's market, if you're not AI powered, you won't keep on using your Power BI you won't keep on using your SQL forever. You need something that can help you troubleshoot. If you're a web designer today and you don't know how to vibe code, you're playing, right? If you know how to put it, let me just leave it at that, right? Enhance cybersecurity and fraud prevention. Okay, many of our financial companies today, they utilize systems like this. Okay, they utilize systems like this to prevent fraud. For example, if OPay, many of us know OPay here, right? So OPay, for example, if they see that you want to transfer, if the application notices, not them, if the application notices that you want to transfer a large amount of money, it's going to prompt itself to ask you, let this person do their facial recognition, because it might be thieves, right? It might be that someone has stolen your phone and wants to use it for a large transaction. You try it. Try to send a large amount to maybe your Access Bank or your First Bank from your OPay or your PalmPay. It's going to prompt itself to say, can you do a facial recognition for us? If you're not able to do it, that means it's happening. They'll send a mail to you. Okay, they'll send a mail to you that something suspected. If you have been transferring to multiple accounts over the day, maybe you've transferred to maybe 4 or 5 different accounts that is not in their database before, right? You are transferring to those accounts, okay? They'll send you a message, say, are you sure you want to send, and you want to send to a new account, a new different account? Like, it's very, very different. They're going to send you a message, say, are you sure you want to transfer money? Okay, do you get? Are you sure you want to transfer money? Okay, to this new account. They utilize it. cybersecurity, fraud prevention. That's where AI helps businesses too. And also accelerated productivity and resource efficiency. This is where most of us fall in. Oh, I want AI to easily help me out. I want AI to do this and that for me. I don't want to stress. I don't want to. Most of us want accelerated productivity. Something that's going to take 2 hours before I'm able to do it within 1 hour, right? Or maybe 30 minutes. Okay. So these are areas where, AI gets big and gets, structured and large. Now, there are some tools that you need to know. Okay, and I think I'll be walking us through tonight. Very, very simple tools. They are not tools that take too long to know, and so on and so forth, like that. Okay, we have Anyten. Anyten is one of the most basic and one of the most advanced. Number one, okay, I'll just say number one out of the whole automation tools that are out there. Okay. You have some other tools like Zapier, your normal LLMs, your large language models, your ChatGPT, your Google Gemini. They can help you to the extent of, answering your questions and so on and so forth, like that. But for workflow automation, if someone fills in a form, right? If someone fills in a form, send them an email automatically. Do you guys think maybe when you fill a form online, you get maybe when you fill a form online and you get the message, do you think it is manually written? I don't. If anybody is thinking that, please go and erase that thinking. It is AI everybody is using to send. I can just give you the message, right? I give you the message, and anytime anybody fills in this form, send the message to them. Anytime another person fills in the form, send the message to them, right? So I'm not thinking anybody is thinking that it is it is manually written one by one. Okay, please raise it one. I'm just going to give my AI structure the message that I want it to send. Okay, from your first name, all I just have to write is hello. First tag that's hello Abdullah. Okay, from that person's first name that they filled in our forms, right? The email. That's like one thing. Okay, that thing. Guys, basically extend the information. If you are enjoying this session and you want to get the recording, rewatch it, look at the documents and every other thing, please, my colleague Debbie is, send for film. Okay, let's do. Can we all see my screen now? Can we all see? Guys, can we all see my screen? Okay, 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 okay. So before I left the other time, I wanted to say, if you are enjoying this session, let me see your thumbs up. If you have been enjoying this session, let me see your thumbs up. If you have been enjoying this session, let me see your thumbs up. Let me see your thumbs up. If you have been enjoying this session, okay. Let me see your thumbs up, okay. Crystal Bell, Faith. Before we move ahead, I want to show you beautiful stuff tonight. I want to show you things that do with AI tonight. Okay. I'm just going to be walking through two different processes. as an automation engineer for businesses. And also, I would love to mention for those product business analysts, project managers in-house, how you can utilize AI. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. I have a lot of people with me tonight. Okay, let's go. Let's move ahead. Okay, not with the speed of light, like gently, gently. Okay. Let's move ahead. Now, I want to walk us through the NA10 tool. Okay, I think this. Okay, let me just a moment. Just a moment. Let me open my locally hosted NA10. Okay, I just want to open my locally hosted NA10 and it's set up now. Just a moment, and it's gonna come up. That's gonna take a while. Okay, it's running. It's running. Okay. It's coming up. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let's do this. I think I'll just come here and we can pick it up from here. All right, so I think we can see something like this. Okay, let's do multi-agent architecture. All right, the multi-agent architecture. Now, I want you to follow the stories that are up here. Okay, and let's focus on the basics. Okay, now this is an agent that I've built inside of NA10. Okay, this is an agent that I've built inside of NA10. What this agent does is that all I have to do as a user, um, if I want to start a business, sorry, I don't know if anyone is kicking me out. Apologies for that, guys. I'm so sorry. Um, just a moment. Just a moment, guys. Okay. So as I was mentioning, as I was mentioning, sorry for that break. As I was mentioning, this is an agent that have been built inside of NA10. Okay, all I just have to give it is the brief about my business. It's a fashion brand. I want to do this for a fashion brand. Okay, right? I want to do it for a fashion, just for you to see it as crude as possible. Okay, so we have a marketing agent, we have an operations agent, we have a finance agent. The marketing agent will be able to tell us, oh, this is what you're able to do. This is what you should do in terms of offering your services and so on and so forth like that. This is what you should do if you want to hire people. These are the type of people you should hire. This is how much you're going to need. This is how much you're going to need to spend to do ABCD, right? This is what this agent is doing. We call this multi-agent architecture. Okay, we have one report. Okay, then all it just does is that it's going to send me a document at the end of all of his stuff after it has worked. It's going to send a document to my Google Drive, and I just have to go to the Google Drive and check out the document. Okay, I don't have to go to ChatGPT and start seeing I have this business, I have that business. This is what you should do, and so on and so forth, like that, right? So this is how you should do it, and I will have to now copy it, send it to a document, now store it in my Google Drive, right? You see that that's hard work. That's just 3 steps though, but a lot of us say it's not hard work now. But what if you're generating a very, very large, stuff? Okay. So that would be hard work. Okay. You have to now start copying from head to toe, edit it, do ABCDs, and so on and so forth, like that. Right. So we're going to practicalize this here. Okay. And I think hopefully we're going to see the drive folder. I'm going to open up the drive folder and we're going to see the report it gives us. Okay, we're going to see the report it gives us. Can we all hear me, guys? Can we all hear me? Can we all hear me? If you can hear me, let me see a yes in the chat box. Can we all hear me? Just to be very sure the network connection is solid and good. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Thank you very much, guys. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Now, I'm going to practicalize this very, very quick, nothing too big. Okay, I'm just going to open this field up and I'm just going to zoom this in. Now, let me fill in. Someone should give me a company name, a fashion company. A fashion company. I need a fashion company name. Give me a fashion company. I want to fill in this form inside of this area. Now, this tool will be used internally, right? It's going to be used internally. Okay. So let's fill it in together. Okay. A lot of people are already bringing their families fashion brand name, their wives, their husbands fashion brand name. Okay. So we're going to bring Justin first. Okay. Justin mentioned something first. Okay. Black Sugar Luxury. Okay. Black Sugar Luxury is uh is is into fashion. Okay. Black Sugar Luxury is into fashion. All right. And the sales window is going to be yearly, like January to December, right? I think that's what works, right? That's what works. Okay. That's what works for that. So the sale window is January to December. Now the primary channels should be maybe an online shop and also in-person shops. Okay. So um so just to move ahead, success metrics, what do we say, right? What do we say that this company is successful? Probably let's just put something like to gain market grounds. Okay, let's put something to gain market grounds, like to have customers. Okay, that's our success metric. That's what we would say that okay, we have proper structure. Okay, to gain market grounds. Okay, gain market ground. Someone was asking a question. What is a sales window? A sales window is that time frame you use to make sales. There are some businesses that would make sales within a particular period. That would say, okay, this is the time we can accept orders. This is a time we can't accept orders. We need to build, that sort of stuff. That's what a sales window is. Okay. So who are the audiences of Black Sugar Luxury? Guys, help me out here. Who are going to be our audiences? Who are going to be the people that will buy from us? Justin, preferably, if you can answer that, who are the people that would buy from you? Is it females? Is it males? Is it, everybody, adults, children, Black Sugar Luxury, or anybody. We're just doing this for example, right? We're doing this for example. AZ, you are okay. I think I got it already from Justin. Okay, the audience are unisex, students and working class individuals. Cool. Cool. Anyone? Okay. Yes, AZ goodness, you can get the recording of this session. There is a form being dropped in the chat box. Do well to fill in that form to get access to the resources used in the session. Okay. So now we filled in our form, right? We filled in our form. All I just have to do is to execute this workflow, right? And it's going to start work. Okay, it's been a while I used this though, but I hope it works, right? It's been a while I used it, so I hope it works. So yeah, I'm just going to execute workflow and we see if that works. Okay, we can see it working already. This is the new agent. It has collected my orders and it's going to be sent to each and every one of the order agents one by one now. To send it to the marketing agent, send it to the operations agent, send it to the finance agents. So I really hope it works because it's been a while. So it might be cranky. So that's loading there. Okay, that's the CEO agent collecting my orders, grinding them. Okay, superb. It's working. It's working. Thank God. It is working. So yeah, this is it collecting the orders, sending it to every other person. Okay, as you can see, the marketing agent is working, the operations agent is working, the finance agent is working. Okay, these are the people that would say, okay, this is what they are agents, they are not people, right? The marketing agent is done with its own research. These agents will go into the market space. Okay, all of them are they'll go into the market space and kind of analyze. For Black Sugar Luxury, this is what you should do. This is how you should market your stuff. This is what you should do in terms of operations. Justin, I'm not going to send this document to you so you don't make money out of it for free and you will not share it for us. I'm just kidding, right? So as you can see, it has completed this workflow, right? It has completed this workflow. Oh, wow. I think that's an issue there. That is an issue there. Okay, but let's just look at the output, right? Let's look at the output. Let's just look at this output. So if it was to work perfectly fine, okay, let's just look at this output and put it in a document for proper viewing. Okay, I think there's an issue with the notes there. Okay, so let's just copy this and put it in a document. Okay, let's just copy this and put it in the document. Sorry, guys, just a moment. It's loading. Oh, okay. So, think. Uh, Sorry about that, guys. Bit of network hash there. Let's open in document and see the summary it gives us. Okay, it will properly outline this if it had run successfully. Okay, remember I said it has been a while. I've used it. So that's over there. That was just a sample workflow that was built, with students to see how things can move fast. But I was even really glad it was the other agents were able to give in their comments. Let's just put it in here and we should be good. Okay. So this is our report, right? This is our report. Okay, this is our report, right? Can this be done in the Google Gemini or it has to be Pro? Um, well, the tool I'm using is anything, okay? So not really uh, Gemini, but I'm using a Google Gemini chat model as my LLM, okay? So basically that's about if it has to be free or if it has to be pro, it depends on what you want to do. Okay, it's dependent on what you want to do. Okay, so let's just look at this report. Okay, this is Black Sugar Luxury. Okay, it has generated the report to say, oh, Black Sugar Luxury is poised to become a leading accessible luxury fashion brand targeting unisex students and working class individuals, right? And it has generated the annual plan. Okay, this is the annual plan for Black Sugar Luxury. So these are the timeline, the key dates. So for Q1, we want to this is the marketing agents. This is its own reply, right? This is the marketing plan that it has given you. Okay. Elevate your everyday campaign. This is one campaign that you should do. The channels should be IG, TikTok, e-commerce website, and in-person shops. It has gone to web, researched, looked at several social media pages, what they've done, look at several companies, look at what they've done, and picked out the proven steps that are there before it gives out this reply. Okay, so the seasonal logs drops campaign, okay, and also do the campus and career style guide campaign. Okay, then operations. This is operations coming out here from inventory to staffing to fulfillment. Okay, so these are the staffing plan. You in your in-person shop have experienced advisors. For your online fulfillment, have fulfillment specialists. For your customer service, have an omni-channel customer team, the ones that would handle both in and online issues. Okay, so and so on and so forth. That can pack. These are fulfillment special. These are the dispatch guys, the pickup guys, etc., etc. Now, and this is finance talking here. This is finance talking here, right? Discounts have a student discount. For your seasonal sales, have a discount. For your loyalty program, do a loyalty program, okay? For your budget splitting, okay? For your budget splitting, use 40% on marketing, use 30% of your budget for operations. It's not looking at it that, oh, you have a general amount. If we were to add that, okay, this is our budget, it would have deeper to say, okay, this is how much you should spend on marketing. This is how much you spend on Okay, these are the next actions that the structure is going to bring us. Okay, what is going to advise us to do? Final Q marketing calendar, student discount program, conduct a full event and supply chain audit, recruit and train omni-channel staff, and so forth. Right. So this is AI in action. Okay, this is AI in action. This is what it does, how it does it, and so on and so forth, like that. Okay. Now, can everyone hear me? I can see Abiodun say the network is breaking. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? If you can hear me, let me see a yes in the chat. Hi, guys. Am I audible? Okay, so like I said, guys, if you have any questions, and up to this point we've got into, if you have any questions, okay, let me see your thumbs up, or let me see your hands raised, and I'm going to pick it up from there. I would ask you to unmute if you have any questions. Okay, right, unmute. Hi Steve, I've requested you to unmute. I don't know if you
Yeah,
can
good.
unmute now.
Yeah, I think I've
Okay,
unmuted.
hi Steve.
Good
Okay,
evening.
okay, okay. Super. Yep, yep, yep. Good evening.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, 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 I can hear you.
Super amazing class. I've learned a lot this evening. But what I am fully skeptical about is the how to get jobs, and how to connect to the market to get jobs. That's my major concern. Of course, sometimes it may be very difficult to convince people that well, come and use this model for your business. My perspective, anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly. That's
that's
fair.
it.
That's a fair perspective there. Okay. Okay. That's very valid. Thank you very much, Steve. I'm going to answer that question in a bit. Yeah, I'm going to answer that
Uh,
question. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Steve. Do I have any other person? Anybody else? Any other question? Raise your hand, guys. The room is open. Steve, you can lower your hands now. Thank you very much. Any other question, guys? Guys, any other question? Okay, Akintola. All right, I'm going to ask Akintola to unmute. Akintola, I have requested you to unmute if you can. Okay,
Thank
Akintola.
you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening. I hope
Yes.
you're good.
So my, my question is this: like, when you know all this AI automation, like, what's the future in it? Like, especially how scalable it is it, and like learning it. Like, what's one of the, I don't know. Do I just look for online roles that they say looking for somebody, anything AI automation specialist or something, because it's, I don't
Mm.
think it's like the conventional uh, work
Structure.
or conventional even freelancing role that people
What do,
know
what do
about.
you do? What do you do, Akintola? What do you
Sorry,
do
I didn't
like day
get
to
that.
day?
Day to day, I'm actually
I
still
said, what role are you in?
I'm a photographer.
Oh, superb. All right, that's fair. Thank you very much, Akitola. I really appreciate that. I'm going to answer that question in a bit too, okay? So that's really fair. I think, I mean, we're speaking along the lines of jobs now. Okay, Abiodun, you raised your hands the other time. Can you raise your hand again? Um, Abiodun Busayo, if I'm not mistaken, right? Can you raise your hand again so you can ask your question? I'm going to take Abiodun last. Yeah, Busui. Okay. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to ask you to mute now.
Okay.
Can you unmute? Okay.
And see that.
Cool. Abi-
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Abiodun.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening. Yeah. Please. I first off, I want to find out when is our course starting properly. Then, secondly, aside from we taking the course, that is the interested one. Aside from we taking the course, what benefit or uh what benefit are we deriving from the body, from the organizer of
What
that
are the
of
post
the
okay, what are the post-class activities or post-class resources supplies that you will get, right?
resources? Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's super cool.
Mm.
Okay. So so you are going to be getting your job readiness structure, okay, alongside your guidance and mentorship sessions. Okay, there'll be guidance and mentorship sessions where all of these things will be discussed, basically how you can get yourself job ready, how you can set up yourself in markets, and get your desired role. That's one out of many. Also, you're going to be getting access to an alumni group, okay, where you're going to be getting different purviews, people working on projects, work on projects as well as people, and so on and so forth like that. And job opportunities too would be shared. Those are areas where we'll be speaking across how you can set up yourself as a freelancer, how you can set up yourself as an AI agency or a consultant. You can find, jobs, probably full-time jobs in the AI automation skill. Okay. So, thank you very much for that, Abiodo. I think I answered that already. Murtala. Hi, Murtala. I'm going to ask you to unmute and we can pick it up from there. Murtala, can you unmute now?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much for the enlightenment. So my question is, I
Yep, yep.
heard one can use anything on one's local device. So like you can explore a lot of
Mhm.
things. So I'd like to ask that if you are
Exactly.
able to create some workflows locally How will you
Mhm.
make it live?
So if you are able to, if you're able to, I didn't get that part already. If you
If
are
you're
able
able
to host
to
it locally, how do you do it live? Exactly.
if you're able to build some workflows locally, how do you make it live? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally fine. You can make it live by, if you don't have the ability to pay for the N8N cloud structure, which is around like $20 to $25 per month. Okay, if you are not able to pay that amount, right, you can use what we call the VPS machines, okay? So, or you can build one by yourself using Superbase and Render, okay? And you can keep it active by using cron jobs. So these are really tools that you would have to get that to be able to have a live working workflow. So Superbase would be the one to be the database for your flow. Render is the one that will keep working. Okay. Render usually goes offline at times. So cron job is the one that will just stay awake, stay awake, to make it active over time. So these are tools that you use to run it. Okay, so I'll just pick up the last person. Samuel. Hi, Samuel. I'm going to I'm going to ask you to unmute so you can ask your question now. Hi, Samuel.
Um, um, Good evening, Aslan.
Good evening. Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, so my question, I think you already touched a bit on my question earlier. So this is my first time of being in the meeting,
Okay.
and yes, and I was able to get a couple of things. But then my question really is around because I noticed that the tool you're using is the N10. Yeah, so my question was going to be around that.
I don't know if are you using an AirPod or a earpiece?
So I'm using a headset. Can you hear me?
Is a little bit distant. I could not hear you
So
clearly.
yeah, I was using a headset. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, superb.
Okay. So I was saying that I noticed that the tool you've been using in this particular session is the Anything. So I was going to ask if
Mm-hmm.
this in the during the course, this is what you'll be teaching us with, or you would also be talking on other tools. Yeah, basically, because I also noticed someone was asking.
Absolutely.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Absolutely. You're going to be learning other tools like Airtable, tools like Notion, for automation and the likes like that. You'll be utilizing other tools along the line. That's for the AI automation track. Okay. So yeah, that's it basically. Duration for the course for one to exhaustively understand the course. Okay, I'm going to explain this. Okay, what's the cost of these courses? Asking for affordability case. How do we generate this document showing on the screen, or AI can generate it? Yes, we literally used AI to generate it. Divine. How did you get to the N8N domain? This was locally hosted awal. Okay. This was locally hosted. Okay. So let's cut right to the chase. I think everybody is interested in the next in the next phase, right? And I really like that. Okay. So let's cut all of this story short. We'll see capabilities can do this. And yeah. So just to answer a bit of our questions from where we are coming from, I'm going to answer these here. Okay. So to pick it up, guys, how can you get ahead in today's market? Very, very simple. Okay. The only way you can get ahead is to learn these skills and also have the experience in careers that can guarantee you a job. Okay. So, and many businesses are pivoting towards this field. Someone asked me earlier on, oh, how do we set it up for businesses that are not, viably that are not viably practicing the utilization of AI? right? So that's one thing one asks the other, right? And I'm going to tell you this for free. Many businesses or many business owners today, they see someone that can do their process thinking for them. They would really appreciate it, right? So hence why it boils down to your interest in basically doing or moving across the process thinking phase. Okay, so in today's market, many businesses are already utilizing it. Okay, so and one way that you can implement it for businesses is by building a product and selling it to them. I'm talking to my photographer guy now, right? Build a product, sell it to them. Okay, build a product, sell it to them, let them utilize it for their day-to-day workflows. Okay, you can be the next startup founder tomorrow. Nobody needs to know that AI was what was used to build the whole structure. That's that, by the way. Okay, but prompt engineering, workflow automation, business process thinking, and tool masteries. These are things that we need to focus on, right? To acquire the skills and experience in majority of our careers today that will guarantee us a job. And based off job reports, it's that data and AI skills are the ones that are coming up top. All right. Jobs that will grow and decline between 2025 and 2030. Okay. HR skills, data and AI skills, big data specialist, AI and machine learning specialist, data warehousing specialist, data analyst and scientists, and so on and so forth like that. I also wanted to mention, for those of us that were asking, oh, what is the job structure like? Okay, what is the job structure like? All right, so I'm just going to show us a bit of stuff. Okay, I'm just going to show us a bit of stuff because questions were flying around, or questions were flying around. Yes, I'll just use that. Now, okay, is it palatable? How scalable is it to be a job in today's market, right? We have our Nigerian setups. I'm going to use the fintechs, for example. Have the Nigerian setups, OPay, PalmPay, and so on and so forth like that. Very, very solid Nigerian setups, right? Very, very solid ones. Now, I don't know if anyone has tried to speak with the customer service structure on PalmPay, right? Not the calling one, the one that you just try to say, oh, I want to speak to an agent, I want to speak to a customer service agent. What will first of all answer you is a bot. If your question falls along the line of an FAQ, the bot answers you and it closes the chat right there. It doesn't waste the time of, first of all, calling a customer service agent, then now bringing the person, then no. If it's an FAQ, I answer you and you move. This is a locally made product, a locally made finance product, right? So basically, there are opportunities in that space, right? Career worthy opportunities, right? So that's one. Two is it also liberates your exposure, your movement. There are a lot of companies, foreign companies that utilize AI for most of their structures. Well, we are a third world country, but for the first world country, they are utilizing it a lot. So let's just take a bit of journey to LinkedIn and a bit of journey to Upwork, right? Let's just take a bit of journey to these two domains. Okay, let's take a bit of journey to these domains. Okay, I'm going to answer everyone. Okay, is there any alternative for API keys to some tools call or requirements? Yes, there are. Duration for the course for one. I'm going to answer this. Just hang in there. Damilola, you're not late. Just hang in there. Okay, I'm going to answer your question. I'm still explaining part of the things, okay, that were asked in the questions. So I came late. Could you send me the record video? For those of us that are joining late, okay, and you want to have access to this session, the materials that have been used, and so on and so forth, kindly fill in the form in the chat box. A form will be dropped in the chat box. So kindly fill in the form. All right. Okay. So we have our LinkedIn coming up, just a moment. Okay, for those of us just joining, fill in the form in the chat box if you want to get access to this full recording from where we started from, where we've got into, and so on and so forth like that. Where is Upwork now? Let's go to Upwork and search out something. I'm also trying to open LinkedIn by the side. Hopefully, let's see the one that loads out first, and we can build from there. Sorry, guys. Okay, I think Upwork is loading faster. LinkedIn is just there. Just do linkedin.com. Sorry, guys, just hang in there with me, and we should be good. This is Upwork right here. Wow, both platforms are still loading. So probably I'll just have to close my tabs, my Extreme tabs. Okay, let me just close this. Sorry, guys. Apologies. Just want to clarify some of our questions. Okay. It's loading up. Still loading very slow. Okay. So let's just move on to the couple of next things that we have, and we can pick it up from there. Okay. I think I'm even thinking from what we're going to present, you're going to get proper answers from them. Now, as at April 2025, that's like past, say, 7 months from now. This was a report from 7 months from now. The basic AI automation engineer pay trajectory literally picks up from $92,000 to $149,000 per year, right? So there are some people that would have to start from ground up, okay, to say, okay, you're going to be earning $2,500 per year. Then when you keep on building, you're going to ultimately reach that trajectory, right? So this is the actual trajectory for someone that is well established in this structure as a business, as an agency, as a consultant, okay? As a full-time worker, you still be juggling around those structures too, okay? So these are very, very solid areas that you are going to meet yourself in, okay? That is one. Then, what do you need? What do you need as an individual, okay? Today, basically, what do you need to do today? You need three basic things, and this is our framework to training people here at Analytics Business. Okay, one of the first things is that we teach you. Okay, you have to learn, right? That's number one. You have to learn. Then you have to package yourself. Okay, you'll need some things to package yourself. Okay, build a portfolio for yourself, build structures for yourself that can accept, seamless viewing as an employee, as an employer, I want to see your portfolio, I want to see projects that you've done, and so on and so forth like that. And we also train you on how do you apply to jobs. Okay, how do you apply to jobs, right? So then you ultimately get that job you are looking for. Okay, we've had students do this back to back, and they've been able to succinctly land proper jobs, right? So learning, packaging, applying. These are three steps. These are three-step framework to training people here at the analytics business. Okay, so moving ahead, we have our employability package. Okay, we have our employability package where we train people, how to revamp their CV, do a free CV review for our students, and also have the revamp structure. We don't just train you on the skill alone. We also work in on employability skills. Okay, so number one is CV review and revamp, LinkedIn optimization. This is one platform that you should be on. Okay, project portfolio and navigating the job market. These are another part, right? Now, ultimately, if you've combined all of this together and you've been able to find a job, okay, we'll walk you through how you can prep for your job interview. Okay, you can get job reference letters from us, on the job support from us, and also weekly mentorship sessions on how you should navigate the factors that you are facing, and so on and so forth like that. And ultimately, if you want to go the freelancing route, how you can utilize and optimize your Upwork and your Fiverr to do things like cold emailing, to do things like applying to jobs, and so on and so forth like that. If and only if my network was good, I would have shared, a bit of walkthrough on those areas. But I don't think it's loading very, very good. Right. Now, all of these things I've mentioned is for a lifetime. Okay, you're going to have lifetime access to all of this. Apart from learning the core skill itself, employability skill is another thing. Okay, before you now start applying. Okay, core skills, employability skills, they are joined together. The technical skills, the employability skills are what we'll train you on, and you can succinctly pick it up from there. Okay, so these are areas where we also have a few boards for remote jobs where you can find remote jobs. Okay, these are a few boards where you can find remote jobs. FlexJobs is there. Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn is there. We work remotely, Indeed is there, and so on and so forth like that. We'll be walking you through, if not most of these platforms, okay, and so on and so forth like that. Now, how can the analytics business help me out? Okay, majority of us might have had this question in mind. Okay, how can the analytics business help me out as an individual? Okay, and basically just to serve as some of the bit of information that we have here at the analytics business. We've had like several students join us, pick up roles, and serve for companies basically. We have Abdul Rashid residing in Nigeria, landing a full-time job role in the US, and so on and so forth like that. So yeah, these are basic structures. Now, our programs are cut across 5. Okay, our programs are cut across 5. All right, so we have the AI automation engineer course, okay, where we train you on how to build your foundations in AI automation, prompt engineering, how you can build LLM powered applications, okay, and advanced AI automation, that is by multi-agent systems, and also how you can build voice agents. Remember I mentioned something around voice agents the other time, okay, how you can deploy your project, how you can monetize them, and how you can demo your projects, okay. And the classes would take off for 8 weeks. That's 2 months. Okay, they're going to cover all of this exhaustively. Okay, 8 weeks with capstone projects and also live project showcase. Okay, so we have this in store. That's number one. We also have generative AI for our data analysts, those that want to join us, as data analysts and also want to learn how can I utilize data analytics more, okay, on the AI scale. All right, on the AI scale, how can I utilize my generative AI more? How can I utilize generative AI for HR analysts more? Okay, so the HR, the human resources professionals in today's market, right? They utilize AI to look to scan through CVs, to scan through, several structures, okay, and so on and so forth like that. All right. So moving ahead. Okay, we also have generative AI for project managers, for business analysts too. If you're also a product manager, you can also join the project managers track. Okay, we have the key learning areas, where we walk you through the tools for automations, N10, Claude, Gemini, and so on and so forth like that. How you can utilize AI with Miro, how you can utilize AI with your Lucy charts. If you also don't have any ideas about this tool and project management is something that interests you, yes, they will be covered. The tools would be covered, the utilization before even diving into the AI structure. Okay, before even diving into the AI structure. Okay, so these are several areas where we pick it up from. Now, how can you start today? How can you start today? Now, our next cohort is by 10th of January 2025. Our next cohort is by 10th of January 2025. Okay, and we are running a very, very huge discount celebrating 5 years in the whole structure. Analytics celebrating 5 years and the whole structure. Okay, so sorry, 10th of January 2026. Apologies for that, guys. Apologies for that, guys. Are we going to be giving access to the pro version of the tools? Well, majority of the tools that you'll be using would be accessed for free. I'll just put it at that, Meshach. Okay. All right. So basically, to run the program and so on and so forth like that, okay, it will be accessed for free. Okay. Murtala is saying that what are the financial cost of using these tools for your gigs aside from the training fee? Well, in the training, there is no substantial amount that will need to be spent on tools. Okay, you won't be spending any time on tools basically. Most of the things that you'll be accessing would be free to use. Okay, and every other thing depends on probably the clients you're serving and so on and so forth like that. If pricing would have to enter. Okay, if pricing would have to enter. All right, so that's that about that. Okay, that's that about that. Now, moving ahead, we have a special discount for those of us that will be joining us by or before, all right, 10th of January 2026. Okay, for our AI automation engineering cohort, is going for 100,000 naira, and we are pulling off a whooping 50% discount on it. Okay, the actual amount is 200,000 naira. Okay, and you can pay in 2 installments. Okay, you can pay in 2 installments. Okay, and you can guarantee that lock-in tonight by paying in 50,000 naira. Okay, for the other tracks, generative AI in data analysis, generative AI in HR, business analysis, and project management is going for 80,000 naira. Okay, a discounted amount of 80,000 naira. Okay, and you can also pay that in 2 installments, for 40,000 naira. Okay, you can pay it in 2 installments of 40,000 naira. in two installments, basically to complete that amount. If you do not have the ability to pay in full, okay, if you do not have the ability to pay in full, all right, to properly align, all right, our structure. The last time I checked, over 13 people have already, taken charge of this installment package. And very sure, because looking at sales, I think a couple of people to have acquired. So there are a few slots left for this. So I'm just going to check the chat box. Okay, it's just more information. It's just more information. Okay, so basically, these are the structures that are left for us to pick up from. Okay, learning these structures cost as far learning these things cost as far as 500 USD most times. Okay, but it has been cut so super down, all right, to a structure. The value of what will be learned, okay, the value of the tools itself is way beyond this amount, to be very honest, right? The value of the tools to be learned is way beyond this amount, right? If you were to implement it for a business, okay. So why not add this to your skill? Kick off 2026 with this skill, and you can pick up the whole structure from there. Like we mentioned, okay, 100,000 naira for the AI automation engineering track, and also for the remaining track, data analytics, HR analytics, business analysts, and project managers, all goes for 80,000 naira. Okay, and you can pay in two installments. You can pay in two installments. Okay. Um, I'm not getting bit of response from anybody. Okay, so how long will the program on automation run? How long is the training? Okay, the training it goes for 2 months, 8 weeks, 8 weeks. After which you'll be building your capstone project, you'll be building a capstone project, and you're going to be having a live project review. Are they live classes, um or they are factored online? I think that's what he wanted to say there. Yes, there are live classes, okay? There are live classes where you're going to be having instructors like me come in to train you in class, right? So the classes are on Saturdays and Sundays, okay? Morning on Saturdays between 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and also afternoon between on Sundays between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Okay. So that is that about that basically. How many classes per week? Well, you will be having three functions per week. Okay. Um, three functions per week. Samuel, just a moment. Okay, for Orehime, Edu Seri, okay, we're going to be having three classes per week. For the Saturday and Sundays, those are live classes. On Tuesdays, you have like 1 hour. Okay, you have 1 hour of we have 1 hour by 9 p.m. I mean 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. for technical support session. Probably you're having any issues with tools. And on Thursday, you have the weekly mentorship sessions, right? The classes will be recorded and you are going to have lifetime access to the live classes, okay? The location of the classes is online, okay? You're going to be having your classes solely online. You don't have to start rushing to meet up with a live location, okay, for your classes. You have to sit down at the comfort of your home and take your classes. And the classes will also be recorded, and you'll be able to move ahead with it, okay? So basically, this is the account number on the screen for those of us that want to take charge, okay, that want to make use of this, structure, basically. Okay, just a moment. Just a moment. How many slot remaining for the 50% discount? To be very honest, if I can, it's moving very, very fast, right? It's moving very, very fast, right? It's moving very, very fast, right? So hence why structures like this are coming up. Okay. Are you looking for Jehu? If you are looking for AI automation for, or maybe if you are looking for AI structures for cybersecurity, AI automation also covers that too, with respect to security and deployment of applications and so on and so forth like that. Okay. The AI automation program looks at that aspect too. So guys, I can see a lot of people converse. That means a lot of people are very much interested in the whole structure. Okay. Can you share the days and time for those again? Saturday and Sundays. Saturday and Sundays. Sorry, my Siri activated. Saturdays and Sundays, right? Um Saturdays for between 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Sundays between 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. Yes, 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 Justin, you can make your payment in now, right? Okay. It counts, all right? It counts majorly to just lock in the pricing and move ahead, okay? Yes, 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 you're very, very sure, okay? That goes for that basically. You can let me know once you made the payment, so the customer service people can reach out and pick up conversations with you. Okay, so let's move ahead, guys. Let's move ahead. Okay, do I have any questions? Do I have anybody with any question? Any question from anybody? Any question from anybody? If you have questions for me, let me see your hands raised and we can take it from there. Why is everywhere quiet? Does anyone not have any question for me? Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Of us go to work on Saturdays and close 5 p.m. That's totally fine. You can still come back and meet the recorded classes and you still have access to your instructors, okay, to ask them questions. Okay, you're going to have a dedicated group for your cohorts and you're going to be able to ask your questions, okay, seamlessly and get it answered immediately, okay? All right, guys. Where is the location of the live classes? Damilola, I think you're asking this question like the second time, okay? The live classes take place online, okay? The live classes takes place online, all right? The live classes takes place online, all right? Okay, so do I have any questions, guys? Anybody with any questions? You can raise your hand and let's okay. The Justin, the customer service individuals would answer your question in a moment. Okay. What's the duration of the training? It's a 2 month training that will take place for 8 weeks. Okay, it's a 2 month training that will take place for 8 solid weeks. Okay, 8 solid weeks. All right. Any more questions, guys? Before we close out for the day. Before we close out for the day. Right. Okay. Any more questions, guys? I'm still here. Okay. Majorly, okay. Um we just need to take action. Okay. Some people are already taking action. Austin made payment already. Um Julius made payment already, which is super cool. Okay. No, 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 no. Damilola, basically with respect to face-to-face classes, okay, probably like physical. I think that's what you're asking. So it's not physical, it's virtual actually. Okay. And you're going to be seeing your instructor live. You're going to be seeing your instructor live, right? So let's move along these lines. Uh, I'm still checking in for more questions. Still checking in for more questions. Okay. All right. So we're just going to pick it up from here. Just a moment. Some people are having issues. Okay, for Stephen, Justin, I think you're good on that end. Okay. Yes. Richie, I would solidly say you should go for AI automation engineering. I would solidly say you should go for AI automation engineering. Very, very solid structure. Okay. Very, very solid structure that you can pick up with. AI automation engineering is very, very solid. Jehu, can you raise your hand? Let's have a conversation. I want to even know what part you're speaking about, what your interest lies in. Can you just raise your hand? What's next at the end of the course? Um, okay. So at the end of the course, right, you get access to an alumni group where you're going to be getting job updates and also other other modes of learning, right? Like checking calls, a bit of projects here and there, and essentially things that we've taught you, right? You're going to be getting more information from those uh from those areas. Is it possible to transition from project management to AI automation specialist even without prior knowledge? Yes, it is very, very solid. Okay. It is very, very solid. You're going to be learning everything from scratch. You're going to be learning everything from scratch, Juliet Shizoma. Yeah. So yeah, that's essentially it. Okay. Okay. So to continue Jeho's question, okay, just to continue Jeho's question, we're going to be closing out once I answer Jeho's question. Okay, the question is very, very simple. What's next at the end of the course? Okay, with what we have trained you on back to back, right? You're going to already know how to utilize and set yourself up for success already by applying to jobs, building your own consulting agency, or simply freelancing, okay, by the things that we set up, okay. So yeah, these are the structures, okay. Juliet, Chizoma, yeah, you can transition like I mentioned, okay, because we train from scratch, right from the ABCs to the capitals, okay. So that's just how it is basically. All right. So yeah. Okay. Thank you very, very much, everyone, for joining this call tonight. And we are going to be pegging our discussion here for everyone. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining this call tonight. And it was a privilege, linking up with you guys, speaking to you guys, and so on and so forth like that. When it comes to job, is age a factor? No, it's not a factor, Stephanie. It's not a factor at all, Stephanie. It's not a factor at all. Right? It's not a factor at all. Nobody's after, oh, this person must be 50 years old before you can take up on this role. No. How can you confirm your payment? Have you made your payment, Lucas? What is the full name that will be seen on the payment? If you have made your payment, kindly type in your full name and let's see how we can pick it up from there. My colleagues are going to drop the phone number that I can message. Okay. Yeah. And also they are going to be dropping the form that you can fill in. Probably I should wait a bit because I think a couple of people are still making payments. I think a couple of people are still making payments, right? So I'm just going to wait a bit. Okay. Okay. You prefer the contact for payments, for payment verification. Adeyemi, as a business analyst, should I just focus on generative AI for BA? Adeyemi, it relies on your interest, to be very honest, right? I'll just say things like if you want to continue being a business analyst, right? Because I mean, no company would want to move without having like a very, very solid operations executive, assistant, business analyst, and all of those levels, right? Um, yeah, you can further build your skills on that end. And if you have the vibe too, you can also learn AI automation, things that they will ask you to say, oh, do market research, right? You can just, you can do your market research by, literally moving ahead by building workflows and so on and so forth like that. As a business analyst too, you are going to learn how to do a bit of automation. Okay, you're going to learn solidly, well, how to work with AI automation. So you are very, very solid at the MA. Lucas, you can reach out to the phone number in the chat. Okay, my colleague Uche Choko just dropped it, so you can link up with her on WhatsApp Okay. All right. Is there like a WhatsApp group or community? Yes, 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 yes. For every cohort, there'll be a WhatsApp group that will be created. A classroom would also be created, and so on and so forth, like that. Okay, where you can pick up updates, share knowledge with like minds, and so on and so forth, like that. So yeah, there is a WhatsApp group for that. Okay. I'm still trying to check some more messages to see. Still trying to check some more messages. All right, guys, the class is starting by 10th of January 2026. Okay, that's the try next week, I guess. Yeah, 10th of January 2026. That's when the class is starting. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very, very much for that. We're going to be pegging the call here, and we are going to link up with each and every one of us. For those of us that filled in the form for getting the materials and so on and so forth like that, we're going to be linking up with you guys to see how you can easily pick up from there. Okay, your next step. Okay, so yeah, thank you very, very much, everybody. Oh wow. As a videographer who's a novice to tech industry, what's your advice on course to undergo? Well, I mean, everything still relies to interests, you know. For someone that is not in the fields of, say, project management, that's not in the field of business analysis, you know, generative AI, our generative AI courses are streamlined to people that are in the data analysis, business analysis, project management, HR world. So the only one that is up there is the AI automation engineering course, right? So in this scenario, you can work with different businesses, work with different industries, and so on and so forth like that. So Jeho, that is my response to that. Okay. So I think we'll just peg it here. All right. And we would call it a night. Okay, we're going to call it a night. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining this call tonight. And yeah, we'll be moving ahead and see us all in class. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers and have a great night ahead. Bye, guys.